Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. Today we are doing something extremely exciting. When I saw this, I knew I absolutely had to do it and I had to share it with you all. So my fellow age YouTuber slash AGIGer, Evelyn Rose AG, has created a WordPress website where she has a plethora of information about American Girl. She has this amazing inventory spreadsheet where you can catalog your entire American Girl collection, and it will make pie charts for you showing you how many dolls you have with this face mold, hair color, skin color, eye color, etc. I think that might be it. Oh, maybe not. I don't know. We'll get into that. But anyway, you guys know that I love lists. I love making lists. I love ranking things, but this is a different type of list. And everybody always wants to know, how diverse their collection is. And this is the 100% perfect way to do this. Now, I will leave the link to the website down below, as well as the link to Evelyn's video kind of explaining everything, because I want you guys to go and support her and show her some love, because this, I cannot imagine how long this took, the amount of hours that was most definitely put into this. She explains everything, how to input this information into the spreadsheet, and it is free to download over on Google. So that is also a plus. You can just grab it for free and you can input all your data there. I will show you my charts and everything in this video. So we're going to be taking a look at my collection specifically. But if you want to go ahead and do this for your own collection, like I said, links will be down below. And if you are wanting to share this, definitely make a video like this one, or you can definitely share it on Instagram and tag Evelyn and myself if you would like. So this took me, I should have timed it. I thought it would take me a long time because I do have 80 American Girl dolls in my active collection. No, this isn't me bragging. This is just basically decades worth of collecting all that jazz. But I always do collection update videos, but I never do I have this many dolls with this and this and that, because I just don't, it's not something I think about. But now you can really, really see, and I have come to the conclusion with this, when we look at these results in just a moment, I like to collect dolls that kind of have similar features to myself. So the hair color, skin color, and eye color, for some reason, I just collect dolls that look like me, which is, I don't know. But if you look at my collection as a whole, you see most of them, or a big chunk of them, kind of have my personality. So I guess I would expect nothing less. And it also shows you, which we'll look at again, the completion of a line. So it will show, this will make more sense in a minute, but it will show you how close you are to completing each line. We'll get to that, and you will see that mine says historical 100%. And when I saw that, that was the most validating thing for me. I don't know why. You guys know historicals are they're my thing, and I do not brag about anything ever, but the one thing I do allow myself to kind of, talk about a little bit more is the fact that I do have all the historical dolls, because they are the entire reason I collect not only American Girls, but dolls in general. So let's go ahead and take a look at my American Girl inventory. Right here is the kind of information page, and it kind of talks about what this is and shows some examples right here. So if you want to go ahead and read through this, as well as checking out Evelyn's video, because she will explain, like I said, in thorough detail how to go ahead and input this information. I'll give you a little quick summary, but for the most part, definitely go check out all of Evelyn's information. I am so sorry. This is my second time recording this, because the first time I did it, my microphone wasn't working. I no longer edit and film on my laptop, so this is all being done on my iPhone, which is fine. I don't really care. It works well. Anyway, so if we go to the tab to the left here, this is the huge database of every single doll American Girl has ever come out with. And I believe it's just 18-inch dolls, no wellies, no bitty babies. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure. And they're listed alphabetically. And as you can see, Evelyn has input every single type of feature. So you have the doll, then you have their line, face mold, skin color, skin tone number, hair color, and eye color. And what makes this really cool is when you go to the next tab, which is doll inventory, I'll show you mine in a second, you will start typing. I started from my like Kit Kittredge was my first American Girl 20 something years ago. So I started typing Ki, and then Kit Kittredge will come up and it will fill in all of her information. As you can see in the second column here, not all of my dolls have names. I will fill this in, but the ones that do have names are the ones whose names I have changed, or who are customs or truly me's, whatnot, who have names. Because for customs, you will go through and you will type in custom, just like create your own, you will type in CYO and it will come up. So then, with that being said, if you have a custom, you type in custom, and then everything to the right of the first column is blank, or I believe it says like input data or something along those lines, and you will go ahead and fill that out. So let me show you an example. If we take a look at row 26 and then also row 30, we see row 26 is Marie Grace Gardner. Row 30 is a custom, Primrose. Primrose was made from a Marie Grace base. What that means is they have the same shell. Their body is the exact same. So that means Primrose will have the same exact face mold, skin tone, and skin tone number. So this is how I do this, and this is why I'm very obsessed with knowing what the base of each of my customs is. So if I go over, you will see, if you follow, again, 26 and 30, everything remains the same until we get to hair and eye color. So as you can see, Marie Grace has brown and blue eyes, and Primrose has blonde and brown. So basically what this means is Marie Grace has her natural hair and eye color. Primrose has 62 eyes, which means her eyes were swapped, and she has a thick, luxurious blonde wig that obviously is not the Marie Grace Gardner wig. So what I would also do for this is, I knew her eyes were 62 because that is what I was told when I bought her. And the eye color is the one thing I did not focus heavily on for my customs, because of the fact that you'll see in a little bit, Evelyn has input here several different types of eye colors. And for me specifically, certain eye colors are hard for me to tell. So you have like dark brown, light brown, blue green, hazel, light blue, dark blue, things like that, light green, all that stuff. So I did not focus too heavily on eye color yet. I will probably do that in the future, but I was mostly just concerned about like the face mold diversity is my biggest thing, because I love seeing how many different face molds. And I would say that eye color was the least of my concerns. Hair color was another big one. So what I would do for this, again, I had 62 eyes in Primrose. I also have 62 eyes in Yasmin, one of my other customs. I do actually own Truly Me 62. So what I did was I went to Navy, my number 62, and I looked at what eye colors she had. So I think it's brown. So I went ahead and I put that in for Yasmin and Primrose because they have the same eyes as 62. There were also some in here that are decal eye colors as well. I can't really tell the difference between those and the pinwheel eyes, I believe. So that's another thing, because of my visual impairment, I can't tell the difference. But it doesn't bother me too much. Hair, I was really glad that there was a category for caramel. So caramel hair color would be like Leah Clark or Lila Monetti, and things like that. Also, I wanted to say I have a couple other customs, like Chloe, my custom Kanani. If I know she has eyes from another doll, like I said, she has 49 eyes, so I went to Tatiana, my 49, and I saw that she had blue. Now, say I have a doll who has a custom wig or custom eyes from a doll that I don't have. I just have certain pieces of that doll, like Tenny Grant, for example. I really, really love the Tenny Grant wig, so I'm pretty sure she'd be classified as blonde, because there's no like light blonde or dark blonde. So then I would go find Tenny Grant on the all 18-inch doll list over here, and I would go ahead and I would take the color of her wig and then put it on that doll that has that wig. That's the only example I can think of where I would have a wig on a doll that I don't actually have yet. So if I had a doll that had the Tenny wig, but I don't actually want Tenny because I used to have her, I did sell her because I really just like the wig, not the doll, but that's a whole nother controversial topic. So I hope this is all making sense. Again, I filmed this a couple of hours ago and my microphone was off. So I can't remember if I said anything or not. So it's kind of frustrating and really annoying. So this is really, really great because, again, if you're not sure about a certain doll, like what skin tone they have or specific face mold and things like that, come to this database because Evelyn is a freaking superhero, and I don't know how she did this because I do not have the talent or the patience to create this. So now that I've input all of my inventory, I'm going to take you all over to the tab on the far left, and we're going to look at some really cool pie charts. So these are my charts. The pie charts are the visual option, and then down here you have these lists that are kind of the more boring option, but I actually do really like those. So we're going to look at the lists first, and then we'll look at the 5 pie charts and the 1 bar graph. I feel like I'm in math class, but like if my math class was like, okay, we're going to graph your like doll collection, I'd be like, okay, yeah, I totally understand that. But let's go ahead and let's zoom on in here for myself mainly. And we're going to talk about this. So we're going to start off with doll count. So this on the far left here shows how many dolls you have in total. So I have 80. I did already know that. I have 15 Girl of the Years, 27 historicals. Now this, I believe it duplicated my 35th anniversary Kirsten and my special edition birthday kit, because in here Evelyn does not have the special editions. I think it's just like one time for a certain doll, so they don't have like all the variants of Molly in here and whatnot, which is fine. I'm very, very glad that would just be too much. So I think it did count Kit and Kirsten twice, which it doesn't bother me because I do have 2 of them. So if I have more historicals than what the actual official historical number is, that's fine with me. I have 24 Truly Me's. I have 0 contemporary. I did have Tenny and I did have Yvette. The World by Us are classified as contemporary, but I did sell them both, so now I have 0. 0 Disney. Disney is categorized as Ariel, Jasmine, and Cinderella, and then collector is my collector Disney Belle. So they're very different. The first round of Disney dolls would be considered collector. The second round are the Playline dolls. So that is why they were different. I was a bit confused there. Also, all the like winter princess dolls and things like that fall under the collector category. Create your owns. I have 0. I know the time will come. I promise you that. Customs, I have 12, which is not actually terrible. I did not I don't think I had a lot of customs, and I actually don't. I probably had more back in the day, but I have since, kind of changed up the way I collect customs. The completion percentage is very, very cool, and I thoroughly enjoy this. Also, there's like construction work happening at my neighbor's house. If you can hear it, I do apologize. So this shows you how close you are to completing certain things in the collection. So say you wanted to complete all the skin tones in the collection. I am 69% of the way there. Say you wanted to have all the hair colors American Girl has ever created. 71% there. Eye colors, 63. Face molds, 92. This would have been 100 had it been a couple of years ago. I did have every single face mold, and then they started coming out with some new ones, and I think I don't have the McKenna one, and I don't actually know what other face molds I don't have, so that will be interesting to actually look at a little bit later. Girl of the Year, 63%. I'm not as keen on completing this line as I was Girl of the Year, but I would like to complete it eventually. I'm just not in as big of a hurry as I was with historicals. Historical, 100% complete. It brings the absolute biggest smile onto my face to see that, because not only are they the reason I collect American Girls, but they are the reason I collect dolls in general. Truly Me, 20%. It's fine. I have 24 Truly Me's. That's plenty. I'll obviously get more, don't worry, but there's over 100 of them, so I don't see myself ever completing that line. Collector, Miss Belle, holding on with the 10%, and contemporary, 0%. Feature, checklist, and count. So we're going to start with the left again, and it starts off with skin tones. So you can see all of the skin tones here. Goes from skin tone A all the way to skin tone 35, which I don't actually know who has like skin tone A, B. Wait, is there skin tone B? What is skin tone T? This is interesting. Okay, I'm going to have to look that up. Maybe I'll put that in here as an extra little bonus. But anyway, you can see I have one doll with skin tone 3. What's skin tone 3? I don't know any of this. Okay, so skin tone 5. Skin tone 5 is my skin tone, okay? Like, I did not have a skin tone until they came out with Blair. That is my skin tone. Okay, I literally look like a vampire. So I'm kind of surprised I don't have more. But again, it hasn't been out for that long. So that's fine. Skin tone 10, 43. that made up the bulk of my childhood collection, because at the time I only collected historicals, and the company wasn't as diverse then as they are now, so it's only like natural that the bulk of my childhood collection would all be like the only skin tone, because that's when they only had like 3 separate skin tones. We've come a long way since early 2000s, my friends, and I'm talking early 2000s. 16 for skin tone 20, which I think is the original medium. 1 and 1 for 23 and 25. I have 1 skin tone 30, 1 skin tone 33, and 2 skin tone 35s. I think skin tone 35 is the darkest skin tone, and I believe that would classify as Ruby and Cove, my 85 and 80. Also, I'm not sure what skin tone Addie is, so we can definitely go ahead and take a look at this way more in depth if we want to like learn all the skin tones of the dolls in my collection. I can totally do another video on that if you guys want. I would be very curious to know. I just plugged in their names, and for the most part, with the exception of my customs, Evelyn already did all the other work, so shout out to her again. Like, I'm going to be singing praises for her forever because this is so cool. So anyway, now we're going to move on to face molds, so we can actually see the face molds I don't have. Okay, let's give it a go here. So face molds, classic 25. Okay, Addie 7, Asian 1, which is the number 4 mold. So Marjorie, thank you for being the only one with that mold, because you're so stinking cute. I love her. Josefina 18. I am a mixture between a Josefina and a classic mold. My mini me has a Josefina mold simply because I preferred her makeup, and it was just a long story. I had the extra base, and she looked like me, and she had the perfect skin tone, so we just put a blonde wig on her, and that's how mini Kyla was born. But I'm a mixture between classic and Josefina, which I don't care. I do, if I already said this in the intro, I apologize, but I've noticed that I tend to collect dolls that resemble me. I don't know if that's weird. I don't know if that's common, but you will see I do tend to gravitate towards dolls that resemble me. Okay, Dex, where'd I leave off? Kaya, we only have 1, which is Kaya herself. Jess, I only have 11, and my Jess mold is my favorite face mold, so that's kind of odd for me. I'm quite surprised it's that low. Sonali is 5, Marie Grace is 4. The fact that I could tell you in some of these, like, who, right off the top of my head, I know the exact 4 dolls that are the Marie Grace face mold. Nenea, that would be my Nenea and my 118. The Joss mold. Oh, wow, really? Okay, wait, sorry. I was just thinking, about something. So anyway, face mold, McKenna, exactly. It's McKenna. It's the McKenna mold that I do not have. And I don't know if I will actually get her, because I've talked about this a lot and I don't want to go too in depth with this, but McKenna's face mold looks very, very young. And you're probably like, well, wait, Claudie's face mold looks young too. Claudie is a historical. I do not dress my historicals contemporary. And by that, I mean like modern. So I dress my modern dolls way older than what they're supposed to be. Yes, I am one of those people. So I don't necessarily know if I feel comfortable doing that to McKenna. I know that there's people that do, and there's nothing wrong with that. She's cute. She's just, I'm not really big on collecting the World by Us line. I was super gung-ho about it in the beginning, and then I got Yvette, and then I just never got the other 2, and I just never connected with Yvette, so I sold her. So I don't know. I'm not like super obsessed with completing the face mold line anymore either. I used to be, but I'm not anymore. So this is skin category. So 53 for the light skin, 18 for medium, and skin tone dark is 9. This is eye color, and as I said earlier, I did not focus too heavily on this one for my customs, so there's only 12 on here that aren't like 100% accurate, or they might be, because I knew exactly the eyes that they had, but look at all of these categories. So this one I might come back and fix a little bit, so I'm not going to go over them in detail. I do have a lot of hazel eyes, and I do 10 light blue, so it's very different. So brown, we have 30. So again, that's like either regular brown or dark or light brown. So I will have to come, same with blue, I will have to come back and fix this, but it's not, like I said, I care the least about the eye color, but I love this. This is really, really cool. I'm a big fan of blue eyes. I love bright blue eyes, which is what I have. I think it might just because it's easier for me to see, so that also could play a factor in it as well. I'm also a big fan of like super bright green eyes, like the ones Roxy has. If you don't know who that is one of my custom girls. So then if you go down past the eye color, we get to the hair color, which this one surprised me. This surprised me the most. 17 with blonde hair, 9 with caramel, 13 with red, 19 brown, 22 black, 0 unnatural. Does that surprise any of you? And then hair color, none. So that would be the Truly Me's that have no hair. So I don't have any of those either. So I have 22 dolls with black hair, which again surprises me a lot because the only doll I had in my collection with black hair as a child was Ivy. Really just the picture version of what we saw, but I would have literally no clue how to even go about creating this. So again, Evelyn, you're a genius. So as you can see, 11.3% for the dark skin tone, 22.5 medium, and light is 66.3. And I love how all of these charts are color coordinated, especially the hair and eye color as well as the skin tone one. So we will get to that in a moment. But see, we've got the hair colored one. So it looks pretty evenly spaced out between brown, black, and blonde. Which is very cool. But then again, you see the black is taking up a little bit more room in the percentages. So we've got 27.5 for black, 23.8 for brown, 21.3 for blonde, 11.3 for caramel, and 16.3 for red. I always tell people red is my favorite hair color. I don't know, maybe it's not. See, this thing is revealing things about myself that I didn't even know existed. All right, doll line distribution. This one is cool. As you can see, the little tiny sliver of the 1.3% for the collectors, that is Miss Belle herself. 30.4% Truly Me, 15.2 custom, 19% exactly for Girl of the Year, and 34.2% for historical. I think eye color has my favorite pie chart. However, again, this will change once I go ahead and really adjust the colors of the customs eyes. Again, I don't know how many of them I have to do, but I don't think there's too many. But I think I just picked, like, if they had, like, brown eyes, I was just like, okay, brown. I didn't go and I didn't do, like, light or dark. But anyway, brown eyes, 43% exactly. Gray, 2.5. I can tell you right now that is Ruthie and Molly. Those are the only 2 dolls I have with gray eyes. Blue is 25.3. Blue green, 2.5. Green, 8.9, and hazel is 17.7. So I guess I'm not a fan of green eyes, really, but I'll tell you why that probably is. If you have green eyes, please don't take offense to this. Green is just my least favorite color, so I don't know if that has something to do with it. I don't even like blue as a color, but apparently they don't have pink eyes, okay? So, like, I have to pick something else, I guess. Again, if you hear the construction, I am so sorry, but I filmed this once and it didn't work, so we're doing it again. Face mold distribution. This is definitely the coolest pie chart here. This is so fascinating to me. So classic, 31.3%. Addie, 8.8. Asian, which is number 4, 1.3. Josefina, 22.5. Kaya, 1.3. Miss Kaya herself. Jess, 13.8. Sonali, 6.3, Marie Grace, 5%, Nenea, 2.5, and Joss, 5%. And now we can look at the bar graph, which is your collection completion percentage. So if you look all the way down at historical, we made it to the finish line. It's 100% completed. Face mold is the next thing I am the closest to completing. I believe I was at 92%, and the only one I need to complete it is the McKenna mold. So maybe I should just go ahead. I could get that Truly Me. What is she? She's 123. I think she's really cute, and I like her better than McKenna, so I could get her and then complete all the face molds. You know? See, this isn't good, but I think this was a great way of displaying this other than a pie chart. This is really cool. Like I said, it just makes me think of like a finish line. So you've completed historical. The next closest thing you are to completing are the face molds. And there you have it, my friends. This is my collection of 80 American Girl dolls, all thrown in to some pie charts, and I love it. I could not be more happy that this thing exists. I wish this existed for every single doll line I collected. This is the coolest thing ever. This is the American Girl database. I feel like American Girl needs to like pay Evelyn because they could never do this. This is so cool. I really, really love it. And when I saw it, I could not wait to do it. And then I could not wait to share it with you all. And I was so excited the first time I did it. And then I went to completely edit everything and there was no audio. And I was like, I am so mad. But I took a break. I watched some Game of Thrones because I'm doing a rewatch right now. And I came back and here we are again. So I love this. I prefer, oddly enough, I prefer the pie charts, even though it's like the visual aspect of it, to the list. But I do think the list is very, very cool as well. But the pie charts, like, they just have pretty colors and they're just really cool. So without further ado, I'm now going to edit this for a second time and hopefully upload it for you by this evening. A big thank you to Evelyn. If you have any questions, please head over to her channel, her website, follow her on Instagram. She did an immaculate job and I cannot thank her enough for doing this for us. If you want to go ahead and share your own little inventory, if you make videos here on YouTube, totally do that. And if you are not a YouTuber, but you still want to share, definitely post them on Instagram and tag Evelyn. And if you want me to see them, tag me as well. If you have not already, give this video a big thumbs up, hit that subscribe button to join the fam, and tap that really cool notification bell so you know the exact moment I post a new video. Have a blessed day, and I'll speak to you all soon. Bye, everybody.